Ever have a chapter that is not from your point of view character's point of view? My name is Gina. I'm an author, editor, publishing professional. I help you make your writing better. So the question specifically says, when writing in third person, is it okay if a chapter doesn't include the main character at all, just side characters? And I think this is actually asking something a little bit different. So yes, if you are writing in third person, and we do not do a lot of omniscient narrators, this is where it sounds like there is a narrator outside of the story summarizing everything and telling you everything after the fact, like it's not through the point of view of the characters. We don't do that very often. We almost always are doing a close third person point of view in which you can only see, hear, feel, think, know all of the things that the character sees, hears, feels, thinks, knows, all of those things. You can have a single point of view third person, or you can have a multi point of view third person in which we change points of view consistently throughout the book. Both are popular, both serve a function. There's no rule against using either one of them, and I will rarely advise you about one or the other because they serve different functions and they can both be pulled off perfectly well. However, if you are writing in third person close point of view and you have every single chapter is from one person's point of view, so we are doing a single point of view, and then all of a sudden, like chapter 31 is from somebody else's point of view or is suddenly omniscient, that can usually be very jarring. Does not mean that it never works, just means that it's a little bit harder to pull off. You're going to have a really, really good reason for doing it that way, and you're going to have to be an exceptional writer, like way above average, to be able to pull this off without anybody being upset or annoyed by it. Let's be realistic, like somebody's going to be upset and annoyed because that's just the way that people are. Have you met people before? I usually advise when people have something like this happen is that one, consider that you might be doing a multi POV story and you're going to have to rewrite a bunch of other chapters, other places in order to make the POV change and the POV shifts feel a little bit more consistent throughout the story. Or two, you have written this one chapter or this one scene from this other point of view because it was easier and you're taking the lazy way out. And I'm sorry, but you're probably going to have to dig in and figure out how to put that information into your main character's point of view. Now, not always. There are times in which this singular chapter point of view shift late in the book can be the most effective way to get information across and be the most impactful, and sometimes that's true. I would make sure that you have evaluated the other two options first and that you really have tried everything you can to do the things that readers expect in terms of like perspectives and structures. And then if you really cannot make either of those things work, you're going to have to do the big, difficult, audacious thing, and you're going to have to work really hard to make sure you pull it off.